welcome back to TV Classroom. I'm Mrs. Wally.
I'm Mrs. Weeder.
And today we are not in our studio. For the first time since COVID, we've been able to come film in a school. And we're here at Birney with their All-Stars. And we have a special day for you today. We have a real live author. And I'm going to let can you tell me again how to pronounce your name?
Mrs. Weeder.
Mrs. Weeder tell you all about our author that's here. So we hope you enjoy.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm so excited to invite you to meet my very, very, very dear friend, Anna Kang. And something super, super special about Anna Kang Wyant is that she and I have been best friends since we were in elementary school. Yeah, no kidding. So I changed schools in 5th grade, and she and I have been best friends ever since 5th grade. So that's like 10 years old. So look at your friends around you, because sometimes they might be your lifelong friends.
True.
She is an amazing, talented author. Her husband does amazing, incredible illustrations. And what do illustrators do? What's their job in the books? Do they write or do they draw? They draw the pictures, right? So Anna writes the words and her husband draws the pictures. And I'm going to let her share about so many things that inspire her to write. And do you want to go ahead and take it away?
Sure. Hi, Birney friends. Thank you for having me today. Did you guys have a good Halloween, I hope? Yeah?
Mommy,
Yeah?
Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you got a lot of candy and you paced it out. Don't eat it all at once. Read it. But I'm so happy to be here. As Mrs. Weeder said, I've been best friends with her for many years, and I'm so happy to be here at Birney Elementary again. And I understand that I'm going to be reading you one of my stories. Would you guys like that?
Yeah.
And then you can, yay! And then you can ask me questions if you have any questions about what I do and how we make books. And that would be fun too. So why don't I start the story? Let me click out of here. And I'm going to read you a story. It was written a few years ago. It's called Will You Help Me Fall Asleep? And it's the second of 2 books that I wrote about a little frog named Monty. And as Mrs. Weeder said, my husband, Chris Wyant, created the illustrations. And I hope you enjoy it. Will You Help Me Fall Asleep? Written by Anna Kang and illustrated by Christopher Wyant. Okay. Will You Help Me Fall Asleep is the title of our book. And you'll see that in the title page, the story has already begun. And this is where the story is set. This is the setting of the story. And we are at a swamp where Monty lives. And this is his little house. And you see that there's a window here that's dark, but there's a window here where the light is on. So I'm wondering, somebody must be awake. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. I need your help. I've been lying here for hours and nothing is happening. Nothing. He's got his little clock here with the reeds, the cattails. I can't sleep. I am wide awake. I don't know if you've ever gotten that way, but I know I have. Sometimes you just can't sleep. And you know what else? I'm going to be in big, big trouble. I mean, big. Because if I don't get a good night's sleep, my mom won't let me go to the boat races tomorrow. See, he's got his little poster from last year's boat races and his little captain's hat. And my mom always knows if I don't get a good night's sleep. I don't know how she knows, but she does. I am not tired. I don't know if you get a little tired, but I get a little crispy when I'm tired. Mom always knows though. I race my boat every year. All my friends will be there. I just have to go to the boat races. What's that? Sleep? I told you I'm trying, but I can't. Oh, did you say sheep? Like counting sheep? Okay, I'll try. 1, 2, 3, 7, 46, 124, 93, 12. Bah, bah. Sheep scare me a little. They're so loud. Let's got a little megaphone here just for effect. Any other ideas? A book? I love books. Good idea. Spring? Maybe not a pop-up book. Maybe later. Wump. It's really dark and quiet. What's that thing over there? Oh, it's Mr. Dimple. I won Mr. Dimple at the boat races last year. Monty, who are you talking to? Go to sleep. Okay, Mom. But I can't. When I get sad at school, Miss Chan tells me to take a slow, deep breath. Why don't we all do it together, kids? We're going to inhale and exhale. She says to go to my happy place. Do you kids go to your happy place if you're feeling stressed? Or you picture something in your mind that makes you happy and calm? Monty looks like he's meditating on his happy place. His happy place is the boat races, right? You see that here? Mr. Dimple looks pretty peaceful too now. Oh, and now he's imagining getting ice cream and having a picnic with his family. I love the boat races. Last year I finished in 10th place. Some kids cried. Not me. See, this kid is crying. Finished in 9th. Monty finished in 10th. He's happy. I was happy. That was such a good day. Thanks for your help and for being my. Did Monty get to go to the boat races the next day? Thumbs up? Yes, he did, because he went to sleep using his tools for calming down. And look, these are the end pages. Is Monty's light out now? Right? He's asleep. No more light. This is dedicated to children everywhere. May you have sweet dreams. The end.
Yay.
I'll stop sharing.
That was great. Yay.
So if you have any questions for me about being an author or creating books, let me know.
Who has a question?
We have some really amazing authors in this group. I've seen their writing, and many of them from kindergarten. Now they're 2nd and 3rd graders. I know. What do you want to learn from this author? What would you like to learn about? What questions do you have about how maybe she decided to get, or how she got her ideas from?
How did you get that name? Where do you got it? Where do you got the name?
Where did I get the name for Monty?
Yeah.
Yes? Well, actually, Monty is short for Montague. That's his full name. It's Montague. I don't know that he has a last name. I think they go just by first names in the swamp here. But we wanted, in the first book is called Can I Tell You Secret? and we introduced Monty there, and actually his mother calls him Montague in that one. We wanted a name that was a little unusual, but that was still very sweet, that you could identify with a little nickname. So we came up with Monty. Can you repeat the question, Mrs. Weeder, or anyone?
How did you get those good ideas for the book?
For all of them, or for the one I just read?
For all of them.
For all of them?
Yeah.
Well, all of my ideas come from my childhood, from when I was a child. So when I was your age. So when I sit down to write about something, I think about what made me happy or sad or worried or frightened when I was a child, because you're my readers, you kids, and I remember my feelings were very strong at your age. And so I know your feelings can be very strong, right? And so when I sit down to write something, I want to write a story where I can connect with you guys, you readers. So my ideas come from something that I feel you could understand and something you'd want to read about.
Kind of sounds like a personal narrative, doesn't it?
You guys, many of you just wrote stories about pumpkins or something that happened in your life. So that's how she makes her connections to stories.
That was a great question. What other questions do you have about how she wrote the books?
And the first time do you messed up?
Do I mess up at the first time, on the first time? Oh, yes. All the time. Everything. So that's why it's important not to give up, because everything, you see the books behind me? Yeah? All of those books, it didn't take the first try. Actually, they took many, 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 many tries, and I had to rewrite each story over and over again. And not only did I make corrections, but there's a person called an editor. That's a job where you work for a book publishing company, and that person gives you comments, kind of like a teacher, like Mrs. Weeder would do on your paper. My editor would write comments, and then I'd have to write it all over again based on her comments, almost like she was grading my paper. And then I would send it to her again, and she'd have more things to say. So this would go on back and forth, like a ping pong tennis match for many times. And I could get frustrated and upset and give up and scream and throw it out. And sometimes I feel that way, but I don't. And I stick with it. Sometimes I take a break, walk away, do some deep breathing, come back, and it pays off, because this is what results when you don't give up. Even when it feels like it's hopeless, it's never hopeless. And there's always a way, and you find it. So don't give up, kids, on anything. Work hard.
I'm wondering if I have another question I'm hoping that another student can help me ask, is that I see so many books that are written in languages other than English. Does anybody want to ask about that? I'm going to try that, my shy friends. Daniela, do you want to ask that? I'll tell you what to say. Samaya, you want to ask about the languages, the other books? How did she write all those other books in different languages? I wonder if she knows all those languages. I don't know. I'm curious about that. Abraham, you're a rock star. All right.
How do you know all those languages?
Okay, I can't hear that.
How do
Can you repeat that?
How do you know all those languages?
How did I get all those languages on my books? Is that what the question is?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a very good question. My editor, actually, I have more than one, there are editors all over the world. So we speak English in America primarily, right? I mean, we speak every language, which is why America is so amazing. But primarily we speak English, but in other countries like China, they speak Chinese, Korean, they speak Korean, and in Spain, they speak Spanish. So there are book people there who bought my books and said, I'd like to translate your books into our language. Can we do that? This way, kids who speak Spanish and read Spanish in Spain or Mexico or Chinese in China, they can read your stories in their language. And then they send me a copy of what it looks like, which I think is super cool.
Sergio?
I talk Spanish and English.
You speak Spanish and English?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. Excellent. Then you can speak to more people, which is amazing.
Our students in this class, they all have another language that's spoken at home. We have Vietnamese, Khmer, Swahili, Spanish.
Wonderful.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful.
And-
You could speak to more human beings on the planet then, which is a great thing. Good for you.
Anna, do you speak other languages?
I do. I speak some Korean and Japanese and a little bit of Spanish too. And I can't tell you how much that has helped me when I travel. A lot. And people always like it when you try to speak to them in their language. It's very heartwarming. So it's a wonderful thing because we're all here on this planet to connect, right, with each other. That's really the goal, is, in my opinion, that's why we're here. We're here to connect with each other, with other people. And if you speak another language, you can connect with more people, which is really, truly the whole point of us being here, is for connection. So I think that's wonderful.
It's our superpower.
Does anyone have any more questions before we say thank you and goodbye?
I like these books, and I like they are in different languages, so everybody can read them.
Yes. I love that. Did you hear it? She said she really likes these books, and she really likes that they're in different languages so that everybody can read them.
Aw, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, what you just said, because I really find that amazing as well, that they translated the book into many different languages. Because you know what that shows me? It shows me we children everywhere are all the same. It really doesn't matter what country you live in, what you look like, or even what language you speak primarily at home. We all feel the same things, don't we? So a story that I might write here in America can really connect with somebody in Africa, somebody in Australia, somebody in Europe, and we all feel the same way. We all can't sleep sometimes. We all feel scared or feel sad. So that is why that's so important. I think it's such a gift that these books have been translated, because we're all the same.
Do you have any books that you're currently writing?
Yes, actually. So I don't know if you can see up there, there's a book called Eraser at the top.
Right there.
And it's about an eraser who is very sad because she feels she doesn't create anything. She only cleans up everyone's mistakes, but she never gets credit for anything that they make. And there is a new book coming out about marker, and she's a permanent marker, and she's afraid of failing because everyone sees all of her mistakes, and she cannot erase them. And so she feels that every time she tries to do something, it has to be perfect right away. So that book will come out next year.
Wow. Can't
I am
wait.
excited for that book.
Yeah. And we have Eraser, so we can maybe read that one again later. I think some of you have already read that with us, so we'll read it again. That's great.
Okay, friends, what do we say?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. I love visiting with you guys at Birney. So thank you so much for inviting me here.
Can you guys wave goodbye? Say bye.
Bye.
Work hard.
Yay. We will. We'll share some stories maybe. That'll be fun.
Friends, thank you so much for recording with us today. And did you think this was pretty funny? Yeah. This is called a boom mic, so we could hear all of you. This is my first time using it. It's pretty cool, huh? Yeah. All right, friends, thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.